Out of all the Pokemon that could have Mega Evolved, hell, out of all the Pokemon that could have taken the Unova slot for a Mega Evolution, why in tarnation did Audino of all Pokemon take that spot? I hear you. I also would have wanted to see other Unova Pokemon get the Mega Evolution treatment. Hydreigon, Volcarona, Chandelure, Electros, Vanillux, hell, even for the other normal types in Unova, I could imagine a stronger argument. Stoutland, Chinchino, Buffalant, there's so many Pokemon that could have Mega Evolved, and I do wish we had seen more. And hey, the door is not completely closed, but as of July 2025, Audino is the only Unova Pokemon to officially Mega Evolve. Of course, when the news broke out, everyone reacted peacefully and embraced this opportunity for a somewhat not known Pokemon, and everyone was not mad that other Pokemon didn't get this treatment. And the worst part about it is, I kind of understood. Not that I hate Mega Audino, if anything, I've really grown to appreciate it, but there's so many things going against it that it makes me kind of tilt my head and try to find an argument for Mega Audino. But I did! I am your lawyer, Mega Audino. I found you a defense against all of these haters. So, the court is now in session. Let's all sit down and listen to both sides of the case. So Mega Audino didn't debut with the first round of Megas, but instead, it debuted with the second round in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, with a bunch of other cool Megas, like Mega Beedrill, Mega Sharpedo, Mega Metagross, and a bunch of others. And in a sea of really cool Pokemon, it kinda does stick out like a sore thumb, since most of the Pokemon chosen were somewhat fan favorites. Then add to the fact that no other Unova Pokemon got chosen for a Mega Evolution, and it's almost like they were kind of stacking things against Mega Audino. I would say that there were a couple of other Unova Mega Evolutions, perhaps things wouldn't have gone as badly for Mega Audino, but I don't think that would have been the case, especially since it already had so many other things going against it. It gets the Fairy type, sure, but like, it gets 0 Fairy type moves. It gets the chance to learn Disarming Voice, a pretty weak move for a Mega Evolved Pokemon to use. It also gets Dazzling Gleam, but like, that's kind of it. It doesn't get any other great moves. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam is good, but wouldn't it have been cool if it learned Moonblast? Or any other Fairy type? Moonlight? Draining Kiss? Sweet Kiss? Anything would have been cool. Anything to use that Fairy type stat boost to work. And yeah, you're still immune to Dragon types, and yes, Dazzling Gleam is a pretty good move. It's unfortunate that Mega Audino has horrendous offensive stats for a Mega Evolution. Like, holy shit. A normal little Emolga almost has higher attack and special attack than a Mega Evolved Pokemon. And I get it, you know? Some Pokemon specialty might not be the offense, but if you go through all the way of Mega Evolving a Pokemon, you kind of expect it to attack like a truck. It got 0 boost in the physical attack department, and its special attack went from 60 to 80, enough to make that Dazzling Gleam work like magic. Like, that's nothing. Absolutely nothing. You might as well just fully evolve your starter. So you got one solid move with a solid special attack stat and basically nothing else to attack. Offensively, your Audino is a one-trick pony, and compared to other Mega Evolved Pokemon, you need to be more than solid. But I mean, hey, it's still a Fairy type Mega Evolution. It'll take care of dragons no problem. It's a shame that to get a Mega Audino in its debut game, you need to get an Audinite, which is post-game. Wow, as if there wasn't anything else going on for Mega Audino. It could have at least proven to be an asset in your main game journey, but unfortunately, it never will, because not even in Generation 7 will it be accessible in the main game. What a shame. Objection, Your Honor! Mega Audino does have some things going for it. So first of all, can we appreciate what a beautiful design it has? If there's a nothing pet peeve I have, it's when Mega Evolutions are just a Pokemon, but a bit bigger. And I get that the Mega Evolution is still supposed to be the Pokemon and not a different one, but still, you know, you can get creative. And goodness me did they get creative with Mega Audino. Look at how beautiful it looks. In case you didn't know, Audino is the hearing Pokemon. The thingies hanging from its ears are actually extensions of the ear and basically work like stethoscopes, which allows it to hear the Pokemon's heartbeat better in order to properly assess them for the healing journey, as well as their feelings and physical conditions. And not only that, but these feelers can also be used to listen to Pokemon eggs and determine when they'll hatch. And if you ever want an explanation as to why Audino's help News Joy in Unova, other than them being a pink Pokemon, there you go. It's the Pokemon for a doctor or a nurse. So now, imagine a Mega Audino. As you can see, Audino loses the pink color and now sports a very cream white colored coat, which is very similar to those that doctors wear. And not only that, but the ears are also more developed and bigger, as well as its feelers. And not only that, it gained 2 secondary feelers by its chest area, which pretty much resemble the stethoscopes that real-life doctors use. And these secondary feelers have the function of putting those it comes in contact to sleep. And the cherry on top, Mega Audinos gain the ability to release pulses that reduce hostility from those around them. That's an insane amount of lore for a Mega Evolved Pokemon. It's so rich in history that after me telling you all that, everything about Audino and Mega Audino suddenly makes sense. While it may not be the best in battle, lore-wise, it's amazing. If anything, it probably would be an amazing Pokemon in Pokemon centers. And again, it looks amazing. And yeah, the games are exclusive to Pokemon battles, and yes, Mega Audino doesn't have the best offense. However, have you looked at that defense? Look at that, my. It's got one of the best overall defenses for any Pokemon. So while it might not be an amazing attacker, you will tank enough hits to be able to take out your foes so comfortably. And yes, you are a fairy type with a solid fairy type move. You'll be more than fine. You gotta think about how you battle, and it will not be your most traditional Pokemon battle, but if you play it right, then no worries. And add to that the fact that you got 2 immunities, Ghost and Dragon type, 2 types that can be pretty scary to deal with, and you're soaring in the defense aspects of the battle. And you know, Mega Audino still has the amazing perks of being a normal type, which is learning a ton of different moves of different types. So not only will it be a one-trick pony with its fairy type move, but also if you play your cards right and find the right TMs, it'll be a pretty good tank for most situations that initially thought. Sure, it's post-game in pretty much every appearance it has, but perhaps any post-game adventures you might face? That might be cool. Well, yeah, it's not the most amazing Mega Evolution out there, the lore behind Mega Audino's design is pretty awesome. I kind of wish there was a mechanic or feature in the Pokemon games where those abilities Mega Audino has would be put to use, because it really isn't during battle. It's much more of a healer Pokemon, which that in and of itself does a fine job. But again, it's a Mega Evolution. Do I think it stole the spot of another Unova Pokemon for the Mega Evolution treatment? No, I think the way it was designed and with the team trying to do something different with it justifies its existence. I really do like it. Do I think they should have made another Unova Mega Evolution? 100%. But that is not Mega Audino's fault. If anything, I'm happy Unova at least got one, and it managed to give a somewhat forgotten Pokemon a little bit of attention. And if I may just add, Audinos are great Pokemon. Especially in the early game, Audino are amazing defensive Pokemon. While they get a bit less overpowered as the journey goes on, Audino still remains an amazing Pokemon from start to finish. When I did my very first Pokemon Nuzlocke, my Audino ended up being one of my most vital and important Pokemon throughout the run. And you should definitely check it out, no matter if you have or haven't seen that. And now, imagine if Audino was 10 times more powerful. Imagine if Mega Audino was actually given the chance to be in a proper main game journey. It would genuinely be the best Pokemon in your team. It just deserves that one chance. The defense rests, and now we turn to the jury to deliberate. What will the jury say? We shall wait for their responses.